Hello, I'm Tony. I'm here with another free games review, this time for Amazon Games' giveaway of Bang Bang Racing. This is a top-down racing game, originally released in 2012, so my terrible laptop is more than capable of running this one. It's absolutely not a simulation, but you do need to care about correct braking and taking the right racing lines. Well, within the limits of the chaos that happens in the races anyway. More on that later. Controls are pretty simple. Accelerate, brake and nitro. Easy. Even I can handle that. You have a few playing options, different modes like career, championship and free play. I went with career for my playtime and played through some standard races, which were between 3 and 8 laps of like a load of tracks. Also played through time trials, where you get 5 laps to get your best time, and also elimination mode. Elimination mode was a novel, for me, racing experience, where the last person on the track gets eliminated after a timer gets to 0. This can mean one poorly taken corner can put you in last place just at the wrong time, or a judiciously used nitro can save your butt for a few more seconds. There are hazards on the course like sand, oil, traffic cones and bombs, you know, the usual ones. The oil and bombs are not just static areas though, they are containers that can be hit to spill the oil on the track, or in the bomb's case to start a countdown before it blows up. But if no one hits them, they just stay there. I thought this was a nice touch. Cars bounce off each other and off of walls and take damage each time they do. There is a pit on the start-finish straight that repairs your car to full, but they do explode if the durability falls to 0. You can get a real demolition derby type feel, which is where the chaos comes in. The old saying goes, hell is other people. Well, in this game, it's definitely other cars, as they can completely mess a corner up for you, or push you into a hazard, or just generally ruin your race. Unless you're right out in front, forget about racing and racing lines, and look at other cars as mobile brakes, or things to bounce off, put you in a good position. Because sometimes you can't miss them, so you might as well use them. Can be annoying, obviously, but it's probably a little more annoying than helpful. But you know, that's part of the game. I mean, if you don't swear occasionally at another driver, then what's the point of playing? The other drivers aren't perfect robots. They make their fair share of mistakes, but sometimes can drive really well. You really can't tell what they're going to do. So you kind of have to be on top of your racing and also keeping an eye out on them. Most first corners in the race would cause a Formula 1 race to be cancelled, the track to be dug up and turned into something much less dangerous, like a giant tyre fire. Now, I tell you about the career progression and what the other modes offer, but to be honest, I just kept playing race after race after race. I did not get back to the main screen. I was getting a real good feeling of improving my skill as I played, as I learnt each track and how best to navigate it, calling the drivers terrible, horrible things. Which is fine, they couldn't hear me, like the cars are really noisy. If you haven't been able to tell, I really like this game. This was great. It was so much fun. You get such a good feeling of control over the car that it's so noticeable when you hit an oil patch and you don't have the control. It feels so jarring, as it should. It's a hazard you're supposed to avoid. In the couple of hours that I played, I never once felt like the game controls let me down. It was always my mistake, and I don't think you can ask for much more in a racing game like this. This is the first game from Amazon and their giveaways for free that is going to stay installed on my PC, and it's going to be my first recommended game. I'm not the biggest racing game fan, but this one is one of the best I've played. If you're not a racing game fan, claim this game anyway and give it a try. I'll tell you what, I'll promise you get all of the money you spent back if you don't like it. I'll give it back myself. Go get it before it goes away. That's my advice. That's all I've got for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.